Hey guys, this is Susan900 and today I'm going to be reading the first chapter of Wings of Fire, and sorry, I'm not very fluent and it's just going to be black, so you guys should probably play a game on your phone if you want to listen. Sorry if you hear a lot of background noise, but I'm just going to get a piece of paper so I can follow along. So, yeah guys, I'm just going to be reading the first chapter of Rings of Fire, and I hope you enjoy. Clay didn't think he was the right dragon for a big heroic destiny. Oh, he wanted to be. He wanted to be the great Mudwing savior of the dragon world, glorious and brave. He wanted to do all the wonderful things expected of him. He wanted to look at the world, figure out what was broken, and fix it. But he wasn't a natural hatched hero. He had no legendary qualities at all. He liked sleeping more than studying and kept losing chickens in the caves during hunting practice because he was paying attention to his friends instead of watching for feathers. He was all right at fighting, but all right wasn't going to stop the war and save the dragon tribes. He needed to be extraordinary. He was the biggest dragonite, so he was supposed to be the scary, tough one. The Minders wanted him to be terrifyingly dangerous. Clay felt as dangerous as a cauliflower. Fight! His attacker howled, flinging him across the cavern. Clay crashed into a rock on the wall and scrambled up again, trying to spread his mud-colored wings for balance. Red talons raked at his face as he ducked away. Come on, the red dragon snarled. Stop holding back. Find the killer inside you and let it out. I'm trying, Clay said. Maybe if we stop and talk about it. She lunged for him. Feint to the left. Roll right. Use your fire. Clay tried to duck under her wing to attack her from below, but of course he rolled the wrong way. One of her talons smashed into the ground as he yelped with pain. Which left was that, useless? Kestrel bellowed in his left ear. Are all Mudwings this stupid, or are you just deaf? Well, if you keep that up, I will be soon, Clay thought. The Skywing lifted her claws and he wriggled free. I don't know about other Mudwings, he protested, licking his sore talons. Obviously, but perhaps we could try fighting without all the shouting and see. He stopped, hearing the familiar hiss that came from before one of Kestrel's fire attacks. He threw his wings over his head, tucked his long neck in, and rolled into the maze of stalagmites that studded one corner of the cave. Flames blasted the rock around him, singeing the tip of his tail. Coward, the older dragon bellowed. She smashed one of the rock columns into a shower of sharp black pebbles. Clay covered his eyes and almost immediately felt her stamp down on his tail. Ow, he yelled. You said stomping on tails was cheating. He seized the closest stalagmite between his claws and scrambled on top of it. From his perch near the roof, he glared down at his guardian. I'm your teacher, Kestrel snarled. Nothing I do is cheating. Now get down here and fight like a Skywing. But I'm not a Skywing, Clay thought rebelliously. I'm a Mudwing, and I don't like setting things on fire, flapping around in circles and biting at dragons' necks. His teeth still ached from Kestrel's jewel-hard scales. Can't I fight one of the others? He asked. I'm much better at that. The other dragonettes were his own size, nearly, and they didn't shoot well most of the time. He actually liked fighting with them. Oh yes. Which opponent would you prefer, the stunted Sandwing or the lazy Rainwing? Kestrel said, because I'm sure you'll get to choose out on the battlefield. Her tail glowed like embers as she lashed it back and forth. Gloria's not lazy, Clay said loyally. She's just not built for fighting, that's all. Webb says there's not much to fight about in the rainforest because the Rainwings have all the food they want. He says that's why they've stayed out of the war so far, because none of the rival queens want Rainwings in their armies anyway, he said, Stop yammering and get down here, Kestrel roared. She reared back on her hind legs and flared her wings so she suddenly looked 3 times bigger. With a yelp of alarm, Clay tried to leap to the next stalagmite, but his wings unfurled too slowly and smacked into the side instead. Spark flew as his claws scraped down the jagged rock. He let out another yell of pain as Kestrel snaked her head between the columns, seized his tail in her teeth, and yanked him out into the open. Her talons closed around his neck as she hissed in his ear. "Where's the violent little monster I saw when you hatched? That's the dragon we need for the prophecy." "Gop," Clay squawked, clawing at her grip. He could feel the strange burn scars on her palm scraping against his scales. This is how battle training with Kestrel always ended. Him unconscious and sore, or limping for days afterward. Fight back, he thought. Get mad, do something. But although he was the biggest dragon of the dragonettes, they were still a year away from being full grown, and Kestrel towered over him. He tried to summon some helpful violent rage, but all he could think was, "It'll be over soon, and then I can go have dinner." So, not most of the heroic train of thought. Kestrel suddenly let out a roar and dropped him. Fire blasted over Clay's head as he hit the floor with a thud. The red dragon whirled around behind her, panting defiantly. The winged dragonette, Tsunami, a red gold scale, was caught between her sharp white teeth. She spat it out and glared at their teacher. "Stop picking on Clay," Tsunami growled, "or I'll bite you again." Her deep blue scales shimmered like a cobalt glass in the torchlight. The gills on her long neck were pulsing like they always did when she was angry. Kestrel sat back and flicked her tail around to examine the bite mark. She bared her teeth at Tsunami. "Aren't you sweet, protecting a dragon who tried to kill you when you were still an egg? But luckily, you big dragonettes were there to save our lives." "Our lives," Tsunami said. "And we sure appreciate it, because now we get to hear about it all the time." She marched around to stand between Clay and Kestrel. Clay winced. He hated hearing the story. He didn't understand it. He never wanted to hurt the other dragonettes. So why had he attacked the eggs during hatching? Did he really have a killer monster inside him somewhere? The other minders, Webbs and Dune, said he had been ferocious when they hatched. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. I have to go do homework now. I'll read more later. Bye!